Every single year, NBA 2K updates the rosters every 2 weeks, and I am the #1 channel that covers it. So what we're doing in today's video is we have our first roster update of the NBA season of 2025, and I'm going to break down the biggest changes of every single NBA team. The first one always has the biggest changes. This one's going to be a fun one. ¿Qué pasa to the pack? It is Pack here. If you like that kind of content when it comes to NBA 2K25 rosters and ratings, please join the pack and subscribe. I'm excited. Let's go. We always start with the Philadelphia 76ers, a team that has been struggling, one of the worst teams in the NBA right now, mostly because of injuries. The bright spot, Caleb Martin goes +1, Kyle Lowry goes +1, and Gershon Yabusele +2. We also have the rookie Jared McCain +3. So we do have upgrades on this team, but it's everybody besides the important players like Embiid, George, and Tyrese Maxey, and even Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre has been playing well in my opinion, and Tyrese Maxey was doing his best to carry the Sixers. Neither player gets an upgrade. I do feel is a bit disrespectful. For the Milwaukee Bucks, a team that kind of has no excuse to be losing as much as they are. Dame does go +1, statistically doing awesome. Brook Lopez -1 out of the 80 overall club for the first time in a long time. AJ Green +2. A couple upgrades for the Bucks, but there's no denying that this team needs to be doing better. For the Chicago Bulls that have been decent so far, Zach LaVine +1, Vooch +2. I was saying earlier in another video, I think Vooch has been the best player on the Bulls for the first couple games of the year. Kobe White +1, Josh Giddey +2. He's been honestly a solid addition for the Bulls. Ayo -1. The team is definitely looking better than we thought. And if these younger guys like Giddey play better, who knows, they could be decent this year. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, undefeated Cleveland Cavaliers, the best team in the league. Everybody's getting massive upgrades. Donovan Mitchell got a +1. Jarrett Allen got a +3. Mobley got +1. And Darius Garland gets +4. Karis LeVert +2. Dean Wade +3. Ty Jerome +3. I mean, give me a +3. What's going on? Everybody got massive upgrades for the Cavs, but it's no surprise why. This team is on fire right now. Good on Jarrett Allen. He's been playing out of his mind. I'd argue in this stretch of undefeated games, he's been the second best player. So maybe one over Mobley in my opinion. But besides that, this is looking great. For the Celtics, Tatum +1, the highest he has ever been at a 96 overall. Brown +1, White +1, Peyton Pritchard +2, enters the 80 overall club for the first time in his career, and Keta +3. Crazy upgrades for this team. It's crazy. Like, this team's already insane, and they keep getting higher and higher upgrades. And this is before Porzingis comes back. This is the first team I've ever seen where like maybe everyone could get to the 90 overall club by the end of the year at the starting lineup. That's terrifying. For the Clippers, Norman Powell has been carrying +5 up to an 84 overall, making him tied as the best player with Harden. Zubac has been on fire +2. So also tied. I'd argue that Powell's been better than them, but Zubac has been on fire. Like, he's been playing out of his mind. Derrick Jones Jr. +1, Dunn +1, Terrence Mann +1, Kevin Porter Jr. -2. So the only one that's been going down, even then, Kevin Porter Jr. hasn't been that bad. I gotta be honest, I do think a lot of this is Ty Lue's coaching. He has shown that he can do a lot with a little bit, but no matter what, Norman Powell and Zubac have been on fire. For the Memphis Grizzlies, they actually look pretty good, and this has been without either Desmond Bane or Jaren Jackson Jr. for the beginning of the year because they've been hurt. Marcus Smart -1. Santi Aldama +1. We have Scottie Pippen Jr. +2. The rookie Jalen Wells +7. Zach Edey +2. Zach Edey's been awesome as a starter for them. Even though he's playing limited minutes, he's been super productive. I'd argue he's rookie of the year right now. Jay Huff +7. I forgot that Gigi Jackson's been hurt, by the way. I don't know how the Grizzlies do it every year, but they always find talent in the drafts. For Atlanta, Jalen Johnson +4. He looked really good last year, and he looks even better this year. Onyeka Okongwu goes +1. DeAndre Hunter, although injured, is +1 to an 80 overall club again. Dyson Daniels goes +5. The rookie Zachary Rashacer +2. He's actually been looking really solid. He had a first couple games where it was rocky, but lately he's been on fire. Garrison Matthews goes +2, and Keaton Wallace +3. So we have insane upgrades for the Atlanta Hawks. That's a good thing because Trae Young definitely has been needing help these past couple years. Miami, who definitely are not where they want to be. Bam -1, Jimmy -2, so now they're tied as the best player. Tyler Hero though +2, and Pell Larson goes +4. So look, Miami's kind of in a place. Jimmy's getting a little older, but they're always going to be at least good with a coach like Spoelstra. The Hornets, LaMelo Ball, he's been on fire this year. Only a +1 for him though. Bridges goes -1, but Trey Mann +3. He has been looking amazing. Last year getting 9. I think right now he's averaging about 16. Great start for Trey Mann. Seth Curry +3, reminding everybody his last name. Overall, decent upgrades for the Hornets. For the Jazz, John Collins +2, Walker Kessler +2, Keontae George +1, Sexton +1, and yet they've been losing a lot. But their core players are looking pretty good. For the Kings, Domantas Sabonis +1, DeMar +1. That means they got 3 guys almost in the 90 overall club. Yeah, the Kings look pretty good. I think throughout the year, we're going to notice this is one of the more talented teams in the league. For the New York Knicks, Karl-Anthony Towns +1, rightfully so. And then Miles McBride goes +2. He's been having to step up now that they lost DiVincenzo. The Knicks are having a rocky-ish start to the year, but the talent is there, no doubt. The Lakers, whoa. Anthony Davis +2. This makes, for the first time in 2K history, LeBron is not the highest rated player on his team anymore. That is insane. D'Angelo Russell goes -1 to an 80 overall. The rookie, Dalton Connect, +2 to a 73. The Lakers, again, are not having the start that they wanted to have, but Anthony Davis has been amazing. Maybe MVP frontrunner. The Magic lose Banchero, but he was playing amazing. +1 to a 90 overall club member for him. He was having such a good start to the year. Suggs goes +1. Wendell Carter Jr. goes -1. Mo Wagner +1. Anthony Black goes +2, Cole Anthony -2, and then Tristan Da Silva goes +3. Tons and tons of changes for Orlando. Not the best start, but they've been hurt, so it's not really fair. The Mavericks, this team's actually been playing very good, but they have one change, and that's PJ Washington, who goes -1. That's it. The Nets, we have Cam Thomas finally getting the green light, +3 for him, 84 overall. Best player now on the Nets. Dennis Schroeder seems to have also been given the green light, +5 for him, 83 overall. He hasn't been that high since he was in Atlanta, which is crazy. Cam Johnson +1, back in the 80 overall club. Zaire Williams +2, and Jalen Wilson +3. He's been fantastic for the team. Many changes for the Nets, many positive ones. For the Denver Nuggets, Aaron Gordon +1. He's now actually the second best player on the team with Jamal Murray, but hurt. Christian Braun +4, up to the 80 overall club, which is very surprising. I never thought he'd honestly get this high. He's been great. That poster on Rudy Gobert was insanity. Russell Westbrook goes +2, up to a 79 overall. He's been shining with the Nuggets so far. Strother goes +3, now having a much bigger role with the team. He's had to step up. But Dario Saric not finding a groove, -2 for him. For the Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton -3. That means Siakam is now the best player on the Pacers. We have Nambard, who goes -2. Naismith +1, and Ben Shepherd goes +3. The Pacers are not playing as good as they wanted to, specifically Tyrese Halliburton. The Pelicans, who also have not been winning a lot, but they've been riddled with injuries since the start of the year. Ingram has been stepping up, +2, tied as the best player with Zion at an 87 overall because Zion got a -1. Jose Alvarado +2, and even more importantly, Jordan Hawkins goes +4, and the rookie Missy goes +3. So tons of changes for the Pelicans, lots of injuries. For the Pistons, actually good news for them for once. Cade Cunningham +1, Jaden Ivey +2. We do have a -1 for Tobias Harris, but their young guys are playing fantastic so far. The Pistons actually look like a little bit of competence so far as of today. The Raptors, tons of huge upgrades. RJ Barrett +3. You know, RJ Barrett shot 50% from the field last year on 20 points a game, and he's doing even better now with the Raptors. That's some scary stuff. Grady Dick +6 to an 82 overall. I think he's averaging 20 points a game right now. Insane. Davion Mitchell finds a new home with Toronto, +4 for him. We got Agbaji, who gets a +3, and the rookie Mogbo goes +4. Tons of changes for the Raptors. A lot of young guys are getting better. That's good. The Rockets, who are playing really well right now. Jalen Green +1, making him tied as the best player on the team, which is the correct thing to do. Van Vliet -2, but you have Tari Eason +1, making him an 80 overall club member for the first time. Cam Whitmore goes -2, but it's early in the year. You have tons of guys almost in the 80 overall club for this team. That's exciting for the future for the Rockets. For the San Antonio Spurs, Chris Paul +3, making him an 83 overall, defying father time. Harrison Barnes +2, and Julian Champagnie finding a big role for the team, +2. My shock, honestly, is that Jeremy Sohan only got a +1. He has been the second best player on the Spurs as of today. He definitely should be about an 83 overall with Chris Paul, in my opinion. For the Suns, Kevin Durant +1, Grayson Allen +1, and Royce O'Neal +2. you have the rookie Ryan Dunn +5. So the Suns got a really nice rookie, and it needed one for the depth of this team. That's why the Suns are playing way better than last year. For the Thunder, who have been dominant at the start of the year, Chet Holmgren +1. He probably should be even higher. Dort goes +1. Caruso -1, but not a big deal. Wiggins +1. So tons of additions for this team. Tons of positives. They're only going to get better throughout the year. I wouldn't be surprised if Chet Holmgren's in the 90 overall club by the end of the season. For the Minnesota Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards with a step up +1 to a 94 overall. We have Julius Randle +1, which everybody was heading on Julius Randle going to the Timberwolves, but he's gotten better, which is cool. Naz Reid +2, now that he has a bigger role, stepping up into it. Mike Conley -1, getting a little older. Dante DiVincenzo -1, but overall, the team is still pretty good. For the Portland Trail Blazers, who have not been playing well, Jeremy Grant goes -1, which means DeAndre Ayton's your best player, and he's been doing just okay. Denny Avdija -1. Kamara goes +2. Very small changes for the Blazers, and the question mark is, when is Scoot Henderson gonna make that jump? The Warriors, Buddy Hield is playing out of his mind. Buddy Hield goes +5, probably one of the highest upgraded players in this roster update. He has been amazing. We have Andrew Wiggins playing like his championship season form, +3 for him, 81 overall club member where he belongs. Now Pod goes -1. Besides that, the team has only been seeing additions. They're playing great. Speaking of playing very well, the Wizards, they surprised me. Jordan Poole, +5. He's been playing amazing. Leading scorer for the Wizards. And whenever they lose, it really hasn't been his fault. Coulibaly making the step up this year, +4, 81 overall club member. I'd argue he's the second best player on the Wizards right now. Kyle Kuzma slowed down a little bit, -2, but he's been hurt, so that's not really fair in my opinion. The rookie Alex Sarr, serious defense there, +2 for him. Carlton Carrington, the rookie, gets a +4. And Kaishan George with a +3. Tons of additions and upgrades for the Wizards. If I'm them, I'm pretty happy. And good on Jordan Poole for coming back. He should be comeback player of the year as of right now. That's it. First roster update of the year. Pretty big ones. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this channel, please give it a sub. I'll see you guys next time.